Go.
Welcome to the FLG. It's so good for you and me. We like to be so fucking fit.
Okay. It's a family show.
Now take a hit. Gotta see my biceps, they are so fucking huge. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna puke. Cause I'm so fucking ripped. I tripped. Okay, now I'm on the treadmill. And I'm on the treadmill. Welcome to the FLG. So fun for the you and me. So fun for the family. FFLLG, 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 What's up, fitness fam? What's up, fitness fam? What's up, fitness fam? What's up?
What's up, fitness fam? Welcome to this very special episode of the Fitness Life Guide. My name is Harley Maranan. Now, before I start, I'd just like to thank Kobe, Ezekiel, Benjo, I think was there too, John, Luis, and Kevin for that great intro. Because, I always do that montage in the beginning for special episode. Yeah, thanks for the intro song. Today, I'm not really going to be talking about fitness, but I'm going to be talking about my trip to APAC Choir, which happened 2 months ago. Yeah, I know, it's late, but better late than never. Side note, I'm probably not gonna cry at the end of this video, but if I end up doing so, then my bad. But just saying, the chances are pretty low. So for those of you who don't know what APAC is, it is the Asia Pacific Activities Conference, wherein schools from different countries in the Asia Pacific region gather together to participate in athletic or art-based activities such as basketball, soccer, strings, and of course, choir. Fortunately enough, I auditioned for my school's APAC Choir and I got in. And I actually mentioned me being in APAC Choir in a couple of previous episodes. After months of training and memorizing a bunch of songs, it was finally time for the main event. APAC Choir, which was to happen in the Western Academy of Beijing in China, for those of you who can't math. Wait, what? No! For those of you who can't math. And this was to happen from November 16 all the way to November 20. And so on November 16, I got up extra early and went to the airport. Now, there were a bunch of other people from APAC Choir coming from other places, some from the north, some from the south. So when I did get to the airport, I had to wait a while. After filling out some paperwork, signing forms, checking in, luggage, all the boring stuff, some of us decided to go grab a bite to eat. And what did we eat, you ask? Well, let me ask you a question. If food was a religion, what would you say at the end of a prayer? Ramen! I'm sorry. Just trying to make this a bit more interesting than it...
Yes.
Tell us what we're doing now.
We're eating.
Eating what?
We're starving. Ramen. Or anything. It's actually rice bowl and ramen.
How is it?
I haven't tasted it yet.
Okay, well, I mean, have you been here before?
No, I've been here before, but I've never been here.
Okay. Although, if you're wondering, no, I didn't really eat any ramen because I was fitness life guide. Ramen can get kind of fattening. So I was watching my health. Also, I ate McDonald's before that. We stayed at the restaurant for a good 30 minutes or so, and it was really nice. Even though the whole trip hasn't really started yet, and before we even lifted off the ground, we were having fun. We were all sharing our excitement for the trip. We were talking, laughing, making fun of each other, and just having fun. It was a good bonding moment before we had to force ourselves to talk to strangers. Welcome to society where now everyone's on their phones. Instead of talking to each other. Excuse me, this is a camera. Excuse me, this is a camera and I'm actually able to talk to you guys. Eventually we had to go to our gate, so we got up and we met with the rest of choir fam.
She wants to be with me.
Listen,
Harley, stop. She doesn't like you. He wants to be with me.
I mean, I make cookies all the time.
Disappointed.
And thinking that we were gonna be late for boarding, we ran to the gate, as in, we ran. I think someone even fell, but I didn't catch that on camera. Either way, we ran to the gate only to realize that we were hella early, so all that running was pretty much for nothing. Actually, running equals cardio, so burning all those ramen calories. While we were waiting to be called for boarding, Kobe decided to do a food review.
Ready?
Yeah.
What it does, what it do, Kobe's back with another food review. Today on the menu, dried mangoes. Try this, eat this out.
Go.
It's mango-y, sweet. Very good. I rate 7.
And then once that happened, and after taking an awesome group photo, we boarded the plane. We're on the plane.
Wow, it's Harley. Wow.
Obviously. Now, I just like to say this, Cathay Pacific, you guys have a really, really good economy class. And I fly Delta almost all the time, but Cathay is just, wow. If you want to sponsor me so we could do some international vlogs, you know, visit Barbell Brigade and whatnot, my email, you can get it, and please, money. And the flight was pretty good. APAC Choir pretty much sat together, as you could see in the B-roll, and it was great, although the flight was pretty uneventful. The food was pretty good, but for most of the time, I just slept and ate the food and watched movies, and they have a pretty good movie selection. Our flight from Manila took us to Hong Kong, and from there we took a connecting flight to Beijing. And oh my gosh, did I love the weather. Once I got off the plane, even if we were in the tube part of the airport, I could already feel the cold, and I was like, yes, this is what I needed. Once we got through immigration, we had to make our way to baggage claim. Now here's a little funny story. So in order to get from immigration to baggage claim, we had to take a train that connected all the different terminals. But the issue is that those trains are packed, as in everyone is pressed up against each other. They all look like a pack of sardines, I mean. Now once the train arrived and the doors opened to let everyone in, everyone just filled the train in the blink of an eye. I swear, one blink and then boom, sardines. Now, although the train was mostly full, there was still little space in the entrance of the door, and I was like, okay, I can still make it. And yeah, there were like 3 people behind me, and like, yeah, we can make it. So I started walking to the inside. I was a quarter of the way into the train when the doors at full speed started closing on me. Now, luckily, I got out in time, but what even are those doors? Literally, I almost got crushed by those doors. Those are like the Chinese version of a guillotine. So yeah, my choir group left me behind, but I wasn't alone. Apparently my choir group also left behind Alyssa and Ian, if I'm not mistaken. And also we got Megan from APAC Dance, but again, who cares, APAC Dance. So what happened was, we got left behind. So you got most from choir. Dance, the only dance person left.
They all ditched me. They were all like, and I was like, wait, no.
I was like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Okay.
There were older people next to me, so I was like, okay, go.
Yeah.
And then they did not hesitate, so.
So after waiting for the next train and going to baggage claim and meeting up with my choir group, we all left the airport to take in the fresh, locally produced, 100% polluted air. Once we left the airport, we were taken on a bus and we were driven to WAB, or Western Academy of Beijing. And from there, we got an introduction from the activities director, and that is where Ezekiel, my roommate, and I met our homestay. And I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now. I don't know if my homestay is watching this, but if they are, thank you guys so much for your hospitality during APAC. And this being my first APAC ever, I was very nervous with the concept of sleeping at a complete stranger's house. But you guys were so welcoming. You welcomed us with open arms. You had great food, which is really important. You were fun to talk to, and you were just really awesome, really nice fun people. And I don't think my first APAC experience would have been as good without you guys. So to Cleo, Danny, Mr. McCarthy, and Miss Monfi, it's a French name. Danny's mom, Danny's mom, and everyone else, and the dogs and the cats. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome, and I hope to see you in the future. And no, I'm not ending the video, although it sounded like it. Anyway, we settled in for the night at our homestay's house, and then woke up the next morning, and things already got interesting. So we were kind of running a bit late, and we had to get out of the house, so I quickly grabbed my backpack, my visitor's pass, which was all important, and I just needed to find my wallet because it had my valid school ID, and of course money to buy food. And I was panicking because not only were we running late because we had to catch the bus near the house, but I couldn't find the wallet. I looked in my luggage, I looked under the luggage, I looked under the bed, I looked under the cat. I didn't look under the cat. I looked on top of the shelves, the closets, everything, and I could not find my wallet. And I could hear my homestay's dad saying, "Hey, it's time to go." And I was like, "Oh, fine, okay, I'm just gonna forget it. I'll just borrow money from someone else." And so Danny, Ezekiel, and I went out of the house and we started running for the bus stop. We're like, "Oh, we're hoping we can make it." Long story short, we missed the bus, and yes, it's my fault, but that's not even the worst part. It's one thing, yeah, to miss the bus, but it is a completely different feeling when you've missed the bus, but then you see the bus leaving right in front of you. No joke, we had the bus in our sight and we just needed 10 seconds to walk, to just kind of jog to the bus. It was leaving in front of us. It was like watching everything good in the world just drive away. I knew that it was my fault that the bus left or that we didn't make it, and so I was starting to say sorry to Ezekiel and Danny, and I felt so bad because this is my first APAC. This is my first impression of me to them, and just, I'm not like this. And then Danny was just reassuring me and saying, it's okay. I probably would have done the same thing, to be honest. I'm like, I'm sorry. So yeah, we missed the bus. So what we ended up doing is we made our way and walked to school, and that was gonna take a good 30 minutes. But as we were walking, the Holy Spirit came down and gave us a blessing. There was a cab driving in our direction, and so we just took the cab. And we're like, "Thank you, Jesus, we're gonna make it." And we did make it. We made it to school early. It was great, but then, sorry. Now, when we finally got to school, Danny went to her classes, but then Ezekiel and I met up with all the other APAC groups. We got our introduction, we met the guest conductor, and right away we started working on all our choir pieces. We started practicing 6 hours every day, few breaks in between, and this pretty much repeated for all the days. It was mainly practice, rest your voice, practice. It was fun, but it was at the same time also pretty tiring. Day 1 of APAC, right guys?
Huh?
It's day 1 of APAC.
No, it's day 2.
And we're in a lab. No, technically we started doing crap today. It is cold. It's so cold. And it's so nice. I want to live here, but the pollution, no. Later. Alyssa, socialize with the audience. I want to socialize.
Hi guys, it's me, Alyssa Rosa, on Harley's vlog. Yeah.
Quality content.
Yep.
It's okay.
I'm just a crowd pleaser.
The camera loves you, it's fine.
And I love you.
Oh. But besides the practicing, I got to meet a lot of other people because the way it worked is we had mass choir, wherein all the choirs from every school comes together to sing songs, pre-selected at the time. It was nice seeing everyone, all the sopranos, basses, wow, that's out of order. Sopranos, altos, tenors, basses from different schools just gathering together, practicing, and in between being able to say hi and introducing each other to others and whatnot. And shout out to Ryan and Lachlan, not just because you're two pretty cool guys, but also because you are the two whose names I actually memorized. I'm not very good with names, although I think there was an Ashley from WAB, so three people that I remember. But trust me, there was a lot of other really good people. Everyone there was amazing. You guys are awesome. You all sing well. That's why you're in APAC Choir. Awesome.
A little suck.
Moist.
And
oh my. Fast forward to November 18, after a lot of practicing, photo taking and whatnot, WAB actually treated us to a little excursion, so we rode these things. I forgot what they're called, we'll put it here somewhere. And we just went around the city, kind of just looking at the sights, the architecture, and it was really beautiful, as you can see from the shots here. I was riding next to Benjo the whole time, but of course we had to wear masks because of the pollution.
So I'm not sure if you can hear me, but we're in China. Obviously, yeah.
Gas masks.
Yes, gas masks.
Or whatever they're called.
We need it because it's polluted, but it's okay. Perfectly fine. Sort of. Hey, I didn't have allergies actually. How are you holding up?
I'm okay. I'm sleepy. I just
Same. Oh, no wonder you're quiet. Yeah, I'm sleepy too. But try to keep the energy. There's only so much time left. But having fun. How are you having fun so far?
Sure.
Yes.
After the excursion, WAB also treated us to a Chinese restaurant where they served amazing food. It was really good, and beyond the food, just meeting even more people, or like from APAC, just meeting more people from APAC Choir.
Belle, why? Why do you do this?
I don't like you.
Belle. Belle, I'm... Come on. Okay, then at least give me a high five. Yes, okay. Cool.
After the great food, we went to watch the Chinese acrobats. It was a kind of cultural show, and wow, I was like, this is probably gonna be pretty good, but it wasn't just pretty good. It was really, really, really impressive. It was amazing. Like, so there was this one act where 5 motorcyclists were just riding a motorcycle at like almost full speed inside the sphere, and I honestly thought that they were gonna die, but they've been doing this for a while. So, although there were like 1 or 2 people that did make mistakes on the show, and you could even see the actors and actresses and see that in their faces that they knew that they made a mistake. The person next to me was like, "Oh no, that person's getting shot tonight."
If I can even see it, you got it. Okay, cool. Uh-oh. This is it.
And that was a good day, and fast forward the day after November 19, it was the day of the performance. Now, although we were all excited, it was also kind of bittersweet because yeah, we're happy because finally we get to perform the song to the public. But at the same time, we knew that this was gonna be the last real official day of choir.
Last day.
It's the day.
It's the day. It's the performance day.
Yeah.
It's really sad because then it's also their last full day, right?
Yep.
How are you feeling about all of this?
I am good. I'm feeling great.
Guys, everyone.
Here with my roommate, Ezekiel. How you feeling?
Can you breathe tomorrow morning?
Very insightful.
So the day started as usual. We practiced and refined some of our mass choir pieces, and then we separated into the individual schools. So I was with my choir group, we were hanging out, we were practicing, we were having fun, and the funny part is our conductor said, you guys don't need to practice anymore, you guys just rest your voices. We just played Uno and tried on the outfits and whatnot. We relaxed because we're gonna sing later anyway. And then the concert was fast approaching, so we all got dressed. All the schools were frantically going in and out of the bathroom, trying to change their clothes. Of course, my choir dressed up in the traditional Filipino male outfit. Well, the guys dressed up in that outfit, barong, and the girls dressed up in these beautiful, colorful dresses that made them stand out from pretty much everybody. Concert time. It was concert time. It was time to perform. And let me just say that all the choirs were great. I actually liked everyone's pieces. Everyone sang their heart out, but in particular my choir, there was one song that we sang which was a heartfelt, sad kind of romantic song called Forevermore. And I could hear some of the people trying to hold in all their emotions, and some of them were even starting to cry, me included, because the song, because of its heartfelt nature and the fact that this is the last time we were really singing it with a purpose to perform it. It was sad to realize that, and so yeah, it was hard to keep in the emotions, but the show must go on. And then after all the individual schools sang their 2 pieces, we got together as a mass choir, we sang our songs, and then before we sang our last song, my roommate, my man Ezekiel, beatboxed. It is getting hot in here. I'm sweating. Can you see my sweat? There's no aircon in the studio whatsoever. After we sang our final song, that was it. The performance was done. Now, we were all so relieved to have finished the whole concert, but at the same time we were getting sad because like it's over. After this day, we all go home back to our lives and we may or may not see each other again. But after the concert, the fun did not end. In fact, we had a banquet back at the cafeteria. I believe that's where, yeah, the cafeteria. For the most of the beginning of the banquet, everyone was just with their own schools. They're just reflecting on how everything was going. They're just relaxing, having fun. But as time progressed in the banquet, people started going up to other people from other schools. This was the time people really started to mingle, which was the last day, and it was perfect timing. What's more, someone brought a Bluetooth speaker and started playing music out loud, and eventually everyone started joining in the singing. So you've got all these students from all these different schools singing Bohemian Rhapsody or whatever song came on the Bluetooth speaker. It was amazing. Everyone just bonding, having fun, singing, because that's what APAC Choir delegates do. And it didn't end there either. After the singing, there was dancing. And what did they dance to? Juju on that beat. It was really entertaining to watch. Of course, I can't dance, so I didn't join in, but it was nice to see a bunch of different people from other schools go up on the little elevated platform / stage in the cafeteria, and they all just danced. Plus, I think that was Kevin and Luis's initiation, so they checked that off too, so good job. Once the dancing ended, Kobe came up to me and said, Harley, we've got everyone here. Do you want to do the thing? And I was like, oh, hell yeah, can you call their attention? Now you might be wondering, what the thing is. Well, I'm about to tell you. So Kobe got up. Everyone actually left the stage, but Kobe stood up on the stage and said, excuse me, guys, and then gave me an introduction which went like this. I know a guy, a great guy, Harley Maranan, and this guy has a YouTube channel. And then everyone in the audience, or like the whole APAC choir, every single person started screaming, "Wah, yeah!" and like clapping and everything. And then Kobe gave me the stage. This is what happened.
1, 2, 3. What's up, fitness fam? Yeah!
Now, when that finished, I was ecstatic. That was the best part of APAC Choir for me. The fact that every single person, even if they did not watch the video, said, "What's up, fitness fam?" That was amazing. And even after all of that, when we were at the closing remarks ceremony and I was saying goodbye to people, random people that I might not even have talked to, they come up to me and say, "Hey, what's up, fitness fam?" Hearing that was, wow. I could remember vividly everyone just doing, or just saying it to me, or even just telling me from theater. It was great. After the closing ceremony, we all made our way to the buses. Everyone was saying goodbye, and it was sad because we may or may not see these people next year. I was bummed out, but at the same time, I'm glad this experience happened. Tomorrow comes around November 20, and I said goodbye to my homestays, hugged them all goodbye, gave them special treats, or pasalubong, or gifts, or souvenirs from my home country, Philippines, so that they could remember us. And then we went to the airport, got on the flight, all the way back to Manila. Now, when we arrived in the Philippines and after we went to baggage claim to get our bags, we decided right there at baggage claim to sing one last song, and we did sing Forevermore. was really sad. The song ended, but everyone had tears in their eyes. It was so upset to part ways, and we couldn't believe that it was over. APAC Choir was an experience unlike any other that I've ever had. I never imagined being that close to such a small group of people. As cliche as this may sound, we have laughed together, we've cried together, we've grown together. We've grown into more than just a choir group, more than just friends, we are family. So basically, thank you so much to my choir fam for being awesome. Thank you guys for just being amazing people. I love you guys forevermore. And thank you for watching this episode of the Fitness, Not Really Fitness Life Guide. If you like the video, give us, what, me? I'm the only one here. If you like the video, give it a like, share it with your friends. Make sure to comment below, leave your thoughts if you have comments, suggestions, but keep it clean. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more because there's a regular episode of the Fitness Life Guide next week. If you didn't watch the last one, then watch the last one. And I will see you all in the next video. See you. Closer to you now.